Hey friends, happy Monday. I've got to warn you, I'm coming in hot today. As soon as this topic was placed on my heart, I knew that I had to talk about it. And I get a little feisty when I talk about this topic. And it's, how do I know if someone is going to succeed or fail in their business? And you may think, Natasha, you're not a fortune teller. How do you know? Well, there's actually a total, what's it called in poker? A tell? I think it's called a tell in poker. And I totally can tell. If someone's going to succeed or fail or not in their desire to lose weight, guess what? I can tell. I know. And I'm going to share with you how I know that. So if this is your first live cast with me, I want to welcome you. My name is Natasha Hazlett, and I help entrepreneurs from around the world get the clarity, confidence, and strategies they need to boost their income and level of influence in the world without working longer hours. And it's great to see some of my friends on right now. I have to tell you that I have spent the past 2 full days potty training our 2-year-old. It's successful, but I'm kind of happy. This is limited adult interaction, but this is more interaction than I've had in the past 48 hours. And we're on day 3. So excited to have you all here. And if you have any questions while I'm doing this training, feel free to pop them in below and on this topic, and I will be happy to answer them. Hey, Helen. All right. So how could I possibly know if someone is going to succeed or fail and what they say that they're going to do, whether it's business, weight loss, like whatever it is. But those are 2 big ones, especially since we're in the new year, right? New year, we're in, what are we, like 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 2.5 weeks in, something like that? Yeah, 2 weeks in. And I'm gonna guess that most people, not the people that are necessarily on here, but most of the people have long since ditched their New Year's resolutions, right? We're not going to the gym like we said we were. The crappy food has snuck its way back in. We're not being consistent in our business, but we had the best of intentions. January 1st, we were like writing all of our goals down, and we were time blocking our schedule. And then like somehow by like the 15th of January, like all that crap has flown out the window. Am I right? I'll tell you, I'm a business coach. I have worked with entrepreneurs for years, 10 years. 10 years. Can you believe that? How cool is that? Totally beating the statistics by 2. They say that 95% of businesses failed in the first 5 years. And that number goes even higher at 10 years. So we are still in business, and I've worked with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. And a lot of them end up being wantrepreneurs. They come in with so much gusto, but then they give me the tell, and it makes me a little nervous. And I never want to judge, but I kind of end up having a sneaking suspicion in the back of my mind that someone's not really in it. Why? One word, and it starts with a C. Does anyone know what word that might be? I'll wait for a second, see if y'all have got any guesses for me. What word am I talking about? That's going to be the determination of success or failure in any endeavor that you set out on. Any ideas? Any guesses on the C word? Maybe y'all don't know. Am I tricking you? Here we go. It's a C word. Carla's got it. It is... Shannon's got it. It is, Helen's got it. All right. You got our smart cookies here. It is commitment. Now, what does commitment mean? Let's have a chat about what commitment means. There is a quote that I found a couple of years ago, totally sums up commitment in one easily digestible bite. Commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. I'll say it again. Commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. So That's tough, right? Because we're all amped up at the beginning of the year, or you sign up and you take a business course and woohoo, we're going to be in business, and you're setting your vision board and you're setting all of your goals, and those are great things. And then reality sets in. Reality sets in, and you have little speed bumps. They're not roadblocks, but lots of times we like to treat those little speed bumps as roadblocks, as dead ends. Oh my God. You mean this is going to be hard? Let's use a weight loss example. I'm going to lose weight. Enough is enough. I am losing weight. Oh, but it's my son's birthday party. It's my, so-and-so's. It's so-and-so's girls' night out or whatever. And these are these things. And all of a sudden, maybe we're not that committed. Maybe we're not that committed. Or let's talk about business. Business. You set up, you are so excited to do business, and all of a sudden, stuff takes longer than you expected. Now we're going to test how committed are you. Most people hit the eject button at the first sign of adversity. The next big group of people will hit the eject button at the second sign of adversity. And yet even more will hit it at the third sign of adversity, and they will lie to themselves and say that they gave it a good try. And that, my friends, is one of the telltale signs of someone that has a lack of commitment. In fact, I'm going to give you three. I'm peeking at my notes so I stay on topic. 3 telltale signs of a lack of commitment. This is how I can really gauge how truly committed people are. So number 1, telltale sign of a lack of commitment: I'm going to try. I'm going to try. For some reason, people think that like trying is a good thing. I think trying sucks. You know what trying is? Trying is a half-ass commitment. That's what that is. That is, I'm not fully in. Trying is your ego. And when I talk about your ego, I'm talking about that loud voice in your head. If you've not watched a lot of my trainings, you may not know what I'm talking about when I say ego. It is the loud voice that keeps you up late at night, nagging at you. It tells you, it's the one that tells you not to go after your dreams because you might fail. Okay? That is a sneaky, sneaky tactic of your ego. The word try. We're going to try. And you're going to act like you're going to do something. Let me tell you something. If you are going to try to do something, you will not succeed. Okay? Why? Because, and it's really weird, I have to tell you, my friend and client, Heather Quizzle, just did a video on this last week. I was going to do a video last week on the exact same topic that I'm about to tell you about right now. But she beat me to it because I was super sick and I just could not pull myself on a live. So when you decide that you're going to do something, when you commit to doing something, the universe is going to throw adversity your way. Why? To see if you really want it. To see if you really want it. So, there is nothing that you are going to commit to do that will not have adversity coming your way before you reach your goal. Period. Get used to it. And that is why I say try is bullshit. That's why I say try is just I know that person is going to bail at, if not the first, the second sign of adversity, because it's just how it works. So do it, as Andrew said, do it or don't do it. You hear people say, there's no trying, just do it. It's true. Internalize that. If that is your method of operating in your life, you're going to be way better off. Just decide, are you going to do it? Yes or no. So, I cringe when I hear people say, I'm going to try. I will tell people, if you're going to try to do business, then you need to come back to me at some point when you've decided that you're going to do the business. Because I'm not wasting my time and my energy and my effort and my, everything. Because I put everything into my clients, everything. Long after a coaching call is over. long after a group session or a retreat or an event is over. Like, I invest a ton of time in my clients. So I'm not going to spend my time with someone that isn't even really committed to themselves. Why? Because when I work with people, I'm doing the deal with them, right? I'm not trying, I'm doing it. And if they're not willing to do it too, and they're just going to try, not the right fit for me, right? So the next thing, even if they say that they're committed, I have decided I'm going to do it. Now, there's a lot of people that know better than to say try. So then they say, I've decided I'm going to do something. And then when I'm like, okay, well, you said you were going to do this. Now, why aren't you doing it? You've decided. This was it. You were committed to it. Why are you not doing it? Well, such and such happened. Well, such and such happened. Excuses. As soon as I start hearing excuses, I'm like, oh, there we go. We're about to hit the eject button. There we go. So, and people think that excuses are like, they somehow validate their decision to not be fully committed. They say, here's two big ones that drive me nuts. Okay, and I told y'all, I gave you a warning. I told y'all I was coming in hot today. So if you can't take the heat, you can eject. All right, but this is just real talk, because I want everyone that watches this video to have an opportunity to be their best and do their best. And I can't help you be your best and do your best if I'm just blowing smoke in here, and if I'm just tiptoeing around stuff. So that's why I'm just being really, really real with y'all. Okay. So, and I'm gonna give you a chance at the end of this, I want you to reevaluate if you're committed to what you said you were gonna do at the beginning of the year, okay? So here are some excuses that I hear. Natasha, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to lose weight. I'm too busy to build my business. Those are two big ones. I'm too busy. Screw that. Screw that. Let me tell you something. No one is too busy once you are committed. You find the time. You release the things that are getting in your way. If that means you had to get up an hour earlier, get up an hour earlier. If that means, and look, I'm a volunteer at heart, but if that means you need to release some of the volunteer obligations, you do it. I'm busy is not an excuse. People make time, and people find the money for the things that they're truly committed to, period. Okay? That's just the reality. We will move. If we need to do something for our kids need something, we will literally move heaven and earth to make sure that we have the time that we need to support our kids, and we will make sure that we have the resources, the financial resources that we need. So I'm not buying that I'm too busy. If you're too busy, that is an excuse. That's an excuse lever that you're using to hit the eject button on what you said you were committed to. And just admit that you're not committed to it, okay? Another big one, I'm actually going to give you a bonus third one that I kind of alluded to in this one, but the second one, I don't know how. I don't know how. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. I don't know how. Go find out the how. There's a great thing, I think it was Lori Dodson. He's one of my clients and just an amazing abundance coach. She said in a training that we had at our Unstoppable Influence retreat last year, she said, instead of saying I don't know how, what would it take to know how to blah, blah, blah? What would it take to know how to blank? Because so many people are just relying on this, I don't know how. I would do it, but I don't know how. Hello. First of all, you've got Google. Completely. We're not even in encyclopedia days. You've literally got the world's brainchild on your computer or on your smartphone. Google it. Hire someone. Do whatever it takes to find out the how. Do not sit and stew in the I don't know how, because that is another excuse lever, period. Okay? Are y'all with me right now? I'm glad I still have some people on. Some people might have thought it was a little too fiery for them today. The third thing, I would love to, but I don't have the money. No. If we find the money that we need when we are committed to doing something. It may take creativity, but if you really, truly are committed to doing something, you will find the money. That is a reality. So understand, friends, if you are in a coaching, consulting, in any sort of realm where you're working with people and you're advising people, and they tell you, oh, I'd love to, but I don't have the money. Telltale sign that they're not committed. And here is the thing. It's okay. All right? I'm not dogging on people that aren't committed, okay? They may be committed to something else in their life at that time. Maybe they're committed to really working on their relationship this year. Maybe they're really committed to spiritual growth. And I really do think that immersion type goals are a good thing. When I was in hardcore weight loss mode, almost a couple of years now ago, I had to be so focused on that, and I had to release some other things so that I could stay committed. Obviously this year, my commitment is to unleashing unstoppable influence into the world. So that means I had to say no to some amazing opportunities. So it's okay, and I'm not dogging on people that aren't committed, because I know that they're probably committed to something else. But just understand, as a coach, as a mentor, as a consultant, that when people say, I'm too busy, I'm sorry, I don't know how, I don't have the money, that just means that they're not committed. And then you have to decide, as the coach, consultant, whatever, whether you're okay with not a real commitment on their part. Some people are okay with it, and some people aren't. I'm at a point in my career that I'm not willing to work with people that aren't 100% like hardcore committed. I don't work with hobbyists. Not that there's anything wrong with hobbyists. I think it's wonderful if you've got, you're at that point where you just want to, have a few hobbies. That's amazing. That's awesome. Congratulations, and have fun with that. But that's not the kind of people that we work with, because that's our choice. So just keep in mind that excuse. Now, the third telltale sign of whether someone is going to succeed or not. All right, here it is. You ready? They give a timeline for success. They give a timeline for success. If it doesn't happen by X, then I'm done. I'm committed to my business. I am committed to building my business for the next 12 months. That sounds good, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound good? Yeah, I don't think it sounds good. Because if you're going to build a business, it's going to be a lot longer than a year. It's going to be a lot longer than a year. I tell my clients, when I was at the Unstoppable Influence Summit, and I was teaching a class called the Path to Unstoppable Influence, and I said, you better be in it for like at least the next 3 years, at least. There's certain things that happen in year 1, certain things that happen in year 2, certain things that happen in year 3. And so if you're looking for a miracle, if you're looking to just skip through some of the stages because you think you're better than people, not going to work. Not going to work. So I remember I was talking to one of our clients. He's a New York Times best-selling author. And I said, look, and he's a speaker. And he knows that world inside and out. And he's really good. And he came to us and he wanted to add the online marketing side of it. And what I told him, I said, look, this is a whole different ball of wax. You had your offline stuff, but this online stuff, it's a whole different ball of wax, and it's going to take time. And I just want you to understand, like, it's not as simple as just putting up a funnel and being done with it. It's going to take tweaking. Like, you may put up a funnel, and it may totally bomb, and we need to rework some pieces and then relaunch it again. And then that one may fail. And so then we may have to tweak it and relaunch it and figure it out and fiddle with it. And I said, are you going to be okay with that? And I really didn't know what his answer was going to be. I should have known, because he's wicked smart and he's been a very successful entrepreneur for decades. He said, I don't have a timeline for this thing. I don't have a timeline. I'm gonna stay with it until it works, period. I'm committed to building this legacy piece in my business. So it really doesn't matter if it is, how long it takes, because I'm just gonna do it. Now that is commitment. That is where I was like, okay, good. We're good. We're good at taking you on at our highest platinum level, because that is the level of commitment. It's not a wishy-washy thing, right? So, are y'all feeling me on this? And then some of you may be listening to me and like checking yourself, like maybe am I really committed? And I would really invite you after this training to really kind of sit in that. And again, there's no judgment. It's not right or wrong, but like you really need to evaluate whether or not you're committed. And one of the sneaking reasons why we don't commit, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, is because of our ego. Our ego throws all this stuff at us. Now, how do you know if it's your ego talking to you? It's going to put into your mind fear, anxiety, a lack of self-worth, tremendous doubt, anxiety. I think I said anxiety already. That is all coming from ego. And guys, that's not truth. All right. I wish I could explain it to you more right now. Get the Unstoppable Influence book when it comes out. It will explain more. But that is not your truth. And here's the thing. When you have a spark within you, that's what leads us to say we either are committed or we're trying anyways. Something gets placed in our heart. It's usually the right thing to do. So if you have something placed on your heart, you need to lose weight, guess what, friend? You need to lose weight. And if you have something placed on your heart that you need to write a book, you need to write a book. And if you have something placed on your heart that you need to start your business or that you need to grow your business, guess what? You need to start or you need to grow your business. Okay? Now, once we have that little desire on our heart, which is coming from truth, then all of a sudden it goes up and here comes your ego. And your ego says, but this, but that, but you couldn't do this. Or what if you fail? Oh, you don't have the money for this. You don't have you don't have the skill set for this. You don't know how to do this. You don't have the time to do this, right? All those things typically happen right after we have inspiration. And I'm going off, like I wasn't planning on talking about this, but is this good? Are you all good with this? I think this is really an important lesson for y'all. When you have that inspiration and just imagine it bubbling up. All of a sudden here comes the ego and it tells you all the reasons why you can't do it, why you shouldn't do it, how it'd be inappropriate to do it. Right? And this is where the level of commitment happens, okay? So if your ego is guiding your choice, you're going to try. If your heart is going to guide your choice, it's commitment, okay? Super simple. Your heart is going to tell you, we need to do this. We're committed to doing this. And you're really committed. You're not like bullshit committed. You're like legit committed. Like that day on April 2nd of 2016, when I just looked at myself and I said, the fat's gone. The fat is gone. All 55 pounds of self-hatred is going to be gone. And I really don't give a crap how long it takes. It's gone. I want it off. That was guided by my heart. But all the times when I'm like, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to run a marathon. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do that. It never came to fruition. And it's usually because my ego sabotaged me. And because my ego was guiding that decision to try. It was giving me the outs. So you have to keep that in mind. It's really, really, really important that you do keep in mind what is happening. And you need to assess, what do I need to be focusing on now? What do I have to be focusing on right now? It's really, really, really important. So that way you can be committed, truly committed. And instead of thinking about all the different reasons why it shouldn't work, why don't you think of all the reasons that it should? And not only that it should, that it will. that is how your commitment is going to be turbocharged. All right. So, gosh, does that sound good? Did y'all get something from that? Awesome. So let me see. So I kind of talked to you about a couple of examples of this in my life, but just to quickly recap the difference. Like if you said that you're going to lose weight, just commit to it. Commit to it. That my weight loss was the beginning of, this was the big domino that knocked over a whole other series of amazing dominoes that happened. But commit to it. If you're in business, commit to it. Commit to that business because, guys, for so many of y'all that are watching me, you're influencers. What you do, your business improves lives, either by helping people with their health, with their relationships, financially, emotionally. And the world needs you to freaking commit. To commit yourself. The world doesn't want you to try. Because I told you, when you try, you're not going to do it. All right? Just don't even pretend. Okay? But when you commit to it, it's going to make the world a better place. So, what I'll say is that one of the very best ways to commit is to challenge yourself. It's to challenge yourself. And that is why I decided that I would put together a 21-day challenge. And I'm going to be giving details, so you need to be watching this page right here for the details. And when I open it up, Unstoppable Influence is a way of life. Unstoppable Influence the book will change your life if you commit to doing the things that I talk about in the book. It can absolutely, the person you are today, sitting here watching this video, be totally radically different 1 year from today. And so in order to help people to apply what I teach in Unstoppable Influence, and believe me, I have probably, I would estimate maybe 200 people have managed to get a copy of Unstoppable Influence so far. I've just talked with my distributor, and apparently, we're still on track for a March Amazon release, and I'm really, really, really excited for that. It'll also be in bookstores. By the way, feel free to go into any bookstore and tell them that you want Unstoppable Influence by Natasha Hazlett, so that we can start getting some demand for the book. But we're set for March. However, I know after 200 people having read the book, and the messages I've gotten back have like literally blown me away. Like I would have never guessed in 10 bazillion years that something that I wrote in 22 days could like transform lives the way that this book has. I'm humbled, and I've got to tell you, that was the source where that book came from. It wasn't me. I was the vessel. But I was inspired to put down words that people needed to hear. And what I realized was that people needed that help implementing what I was teaching. So I have put together a 21-day challenge. And I want to challenge you to commit to the 21-day challenge, to becoming the fearless influencer that you were born to be. So stay tuned on this page for more details. I'm really excited. I've got an amazing lineup. The calendar, the content calendar for 21 days already set up. The Facebook group already set up. The sales page that tells all about the challenge details and how much it is and what all. You're not going to believe all the stuff you're going to get for the challenge entry fee. This is good stuff. I want to challenge you to commit to spending 21 days beginning on February 3rd, becoming fearless, uncovering who you really are and who you're meant to be. So stay tuned for more details. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you found value in today's video, if you want to light the fire under someone that you may think may not be so committed, or someone that works with people that needs to be able to tell if someone's committed or not and how to help them. Tag them below in this video. If you're watching this right now in the replay, will you let me know by typing in replay? That would be awesome. And tag away, share it, and let me know what you thought. Hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. See you soon. Bye, y'all.